We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Here with Quirk.
Hey guys.
Welcome Wargamers to another Angel's Blade Codex review. This is a new supplement review. Not a codex technically, it's a supplement to the new Blood Angels. And well, that being said, they did actually have their new codex with all of the Angel's Blade formations added to it. So it's a new update. I think that's accurate to say.
That's a good reason.
New update. Yeah. I knew what you meant.
Thank you.
It's a little early.
It is a little
But
early.
I'm really excited today. Like, this is going to be a good battle today.
It's going to be a great battle.
And the reason why is because we're actually pitting up the new Chaos versus the new Blood Angels. And I'm so torn because I want to field Chaos so bad.
And you were nice enough to let me do it. He's like, that's not the word I want to use.
It's just because the Blood Angels, they need love too. And they haven't received love in a long time. I haven't fielded them in like over 6 months. Like, it's been a long time. And they are newer, technically, by like a week. So I'm fielding the Blood Angels today. I say it reluctantly, but I'm really excited to do it. It's just that it's competing against Chaos, and I love Chaos so much. That's why I'm so torn.
Well, that just means that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter which one of the armies wins, because you'll win.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Quirk, it's a very nice thought. Yeah, thank
was.
you. You're a very good person.
I tried.
Yeah.
Trying to make up for the last game we played.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
so-
What happened in the last game?
I
Wait,
think-
hold on, wait. For people who haven't seen it, maybe they should watch it first.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And you weren't about to spoil it.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
All right. I thought maybe you were going to spoil something.
No, goodness no.
No, you wouldn't want to.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think so. Anyway, okay. In this video, what we're talking about is the Lost Brotherhood Strike Force, which is the Death Company specific detachment that you get in the new Angel's Blade Codex supplement. And with the Death Company specific formation, that alone is awesome.
Yep.
Because you can collect it.
You can make a full army of Death Company.
You can.
Sweet.
Yeah, and we did last time, and we're going to again today because, watch this from the beginning. Watch the video that was posted on Saturday, last Saturday, because I'm a little excited. It's a little bit calm, a little bit of calm. Watch it from the beginning if you haven't done so. If this is the first time stumbling upon this series of videos, watch that one because we go over the full codex, the full supplement. Then we go into what we're going to do in the battle report, which, by the way, is in the vault. All of the review videos are on YouTube. All of the battle report segments are in the vault. That was a full 1,500 point battle that we did.
Yes, it was.
Ultramarines versus the new Blood Angels. And in this one, we're going to be doing the same thing, only it's going to be 2,500 points of the new Blood Angels versus the new Chaos Space Marines instead. That'll be in the link below. It'll be in the MiniWarGaming vault. And you can watch that after you watch the review video. Let's talk about what this video is about, which is the Lost Brotherhood Strike Force with the Lucifer Armored Task Force. Now, we're just going to show you a visual. The visual is beautiful, so let's go down to that right now. Behold, the Lost Brotherhood Strike Force. Death Company Strike Force is the core detachment. That consists of the 3 Death Company squads that you see, with the chaplain attached to one, the other chaplain attached to the other, which is there and there, and the Death Company Dreadnought, which is here, with drop pod transport. That is the Death Company Strike Force, the core detachment. The Lucifer Armored Task Force consists of the 3 landraiders in the back and the 5 predators out front, with the Tech Marine attached to that Death Company squad right there. I'm so happy. I'm looking at this. I have feelings of butterflies in my torso, and I'm loving life because of what's about to happen on the battlefield.
I'm just scared because of all the benefits you get from this. It's gross. It's scary.
Yeah, I think I would describe that very well. First off, for those of us that are not aware, let's talk about the actual detachment itself, the Lost Brotherhood Strike Force, what command benefits you get.
You get the Angel's Virtue, which is basically a reroll on the Warlord traits table, which kind of comes standard nowadays with most of the detachments.
Yep.
You also get the Red Thirst. In turns in which models from the detachments charge into combat, the models add 1 to its initiative characteristic until the end of the assault phase. And if you've made a disordered charge this turn, you don't actually benefit from the red thirst.
Yep, does not count. That's actually a huge deal since I'm fighting your berserkers. That'll be a good benefit for me.
Yep.
I want to be able to get the charge. Mm-hmm. You know, the Alpha Strike is huge in this case.
Absolutely. Lastly, and this is kind of one of the bigger ones, is Unleashed upon the foe. Immediately after setting up a unit from the detachment during your deployment, you can move the unit 6 inches as if they were making a move in the movement phase. The unit cannot run. Units that arrive from reserves do not benefit from this bonus move. So basically, you get to essentially deploy 18 inches up, in theory.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah.
So you got land raiders deploying 18 inches up. Which, if you then look at the Lucifer Armored Task Force, it gets even grosser.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we talked about the command benefits, let's talk about the Death Company Strike Force. And with that, you get the Black Rage. Mm-hmm. And with the Black Rage, and this is kind of standard with Death Company, you add 1 to the attack's characteristic whilst they are within 12 inches of the formation's company chaplain. So everybody gets an additional attack if they're within 12 inches of them. Mm-hmm. That's also a good thing. More attacks is better here. Korn is much happier with this. But talking about the Lucifer Armored Task Force, this is the new formation that we have not fielded yet. And just looking at Quirk's reaction here off camera, it's a good one.
I'm cringing. It's mostly cringing.
Looking up at the ceiling, awaiting the inevitable. So it consists of 1 Tech Marine. You have to bring them. 3 to 5 units of 2 different types of predators in Blood Angels, Bell Predators or a regular Predator, and 1 to 3 units of 3 different types of Land Raiders. For the Predators, I've chosen 5, and there are 3 regular heavy support Predators, and then there's 2 Bell Predators. On the regular Predators, what you see is what you get exactly. And I wanted to do it just to keep my mind not having to think about proxying and trying to focus more on the new rules and formations so that there's a least amount of rule erroring as much as possible. So we have the autocannons up top with twin leg heavy bolters on the sides.
Yep.
And for the Bell Preds, we have Flamestorm cannons up top and heavy flamers on the sides. So that is what you get. Everything has Scout, by the way, in this formation. All tanks have Scout.
Including your Land Raiders.
Including Land Raiders. Oof. And all tanks have overcharged engines, which means they are fast vehicle type, which means my Land Raiders are fast. Mm-hmm. They have Scout and they're fast.
Which means that you can move 12 inches, fire both your spawns and weapons, and then power the Machine Spirit, your center weapon.
Yep.
Which is gross.
Yeah,
That's very gross.
It's a little bit gross. Like, are you grossed out by it?
I'm scared of it.
Well, okay, we're going to actually also show your list too, just for fun, just for the viewers, just so they see what they're going to fight up against. Mm-hmm. Even though this is a Blood Angels review video, we'll still do that just as a courtesy, just to show them what they get in the bat rep. But that's after. Talking about the Land Raiders, we have 2 Land Raider Crusaders, 1 on either end. Boop, boop. And again, what you see is what you get up there. You get the multi-melters up top, twin leg assault cannons, and the hurricane bolters on the sides. And the Land Raider in the middle is a regular Land Raider, twin leg glass cannons on the sides. You get your multi-melter up top, and your twin leg heavy bolter.
Now, for your game, are you going to be deploying the Land Raiders with all 10 guys in them? So you're going to have these in 1, those in 1, those in 1 as well?
You bet.
All right, so you're going to be taking the Tech Marine around with you.
I will be.
Okay.
Yes. Why do you ask?
I was just curious.
Because why?
Because I've never seen you use a Tech Marine.
I've never seen me use a Tech Marine.
So I'm excited to see you try and use a Tech Marine.
Well, I was just thinking, like, what else do you do with him, really?
No.
Right? Like, he could always stay inside the Land Raider and kind of be detached from the unit as the Death Company move out and type of thing, right? He doesn't have to necessarily do anything other than just stay in the Land Raider.
That's true.
Yeah. And that's probably what I will do with him because he's kind of useless. Well, I don't know. I have never brought him. He's 50 points of why would I bring him?
Yep.
That's how I think about him, right?
Okay.
So I'd be curious.
So you've been looking at this, but we haven't mentioned the drop pod. What's the drop pod for?
Well, it's for the Death Company Dreadnought.
Ah.
And I figured, just to give him more maneuverability, because he still has his Melta. So drop him in first turn, first of my turn, whatever it may be, and see where he's useful.
Okay.
Because in the last game, he proved to be both very useful and not useful.
Yep.
And for those of you who haven't seen the game, you'll see exactly what I mean when you see the game. And for those that have seen the game, you know exactly what I mean. He played a pivotal role, but he was useless. So like, it's weird. Yeah. So I want him to actually do something more in this game, so he can benefit the actual army.
Gotcha.
Right. Do stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Would you agree?
I would certainly agree.
Why'd you ask what the drop pod was for?
Because I wanted to clarify. I wasn't sure if you were just going to have an empty drop pod flying on the board.
Okay. Yeah, or maybe the drop pod is for another unit of Death Company.
Exactly, that too.
Is that scary?
Not as much
No,
as...
it's the Land Raiders, yeah.
No, not as much as the Land Raiders.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a drop pod will land in and it's kind of stuck there. Land Raiders that are fast can just kind of go wherever they want.
Yeah.
That's no bueno.
Well, I think it's a good thing. That's very agreeable, and I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you think would be good against this list?
It's going to sound kind of cheesy, but I think grab would work really well at it because a single 6 to wound or to pen or anything like that would completely shut down your maneuverability, which would be great.
Yep.
So grab would be a good call. A lot of Melta, just try and blow you up first try. Thunderhammers would be good. I think the only thing that would make this maybe a little bit worse is if you had some sort of a librarian running around giving all your land raiders +1 armor all the way around. That's the only thing I can think of that would make this just worse. So.
And that is available.
It is available.
It is a thing, actually. We're not going to do that in this bat rep.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Although I was tempted to.
So was I, and we had a discussion about it.
Yeah, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is the formation, to shut off the formation. But I did get thoughts of happy in my mind when you said that, so yeah, it's a very good thing. I think that there's a good chance here, in terms of like holding objectives and stuff, like this one is probably not the best for that, because you just want to run up and kind of smash the face of the opponent.
Plus, you don't have a lot of objectives secured in this list.
There is no objective secured.
Yeah.
Well, there's like the units themselves, but there's no objective secured proper.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the weakest aspect of this. Other than that, 3 Death Company squads, man. Especially if they're within 12 of their chaplain. They got 6 attacks on the charge each.
At +1 initiative with Furious Charge.
Yep.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, absolutely. Feel no pain, rage. Like they're awesome. They're really awesome. And I put a Power Fist in each squad as well. And the good thing about Death Company is that there's no character, so the Power Fist is protected.
Yep.
So he can just
You can't have somebody challenge them out and target them.
You got it. So that'll be pretty sweet as well. And they re-roll because they're with their chaplains. Their chaplains have Rites of Blood, which allow them to not only, they have Zealot, so they give them the re-roll on the hit, and to wound as well for the Rites of Blood. So you're re-rolling everything, which is crazy.
Also, with the squad size you have, even if you happen to lose your chaplain and go down to, say, 5 guys, then they automatically gain the Zealot rule, which is pretty nice. I do believe if that's something that they got in this one.
So you're thinking of the other detachment?
Yeah, I was thinking of Sons of Sanguinius.
Yeah, so the Angels Blade Strike Force, the other detachment in the new supplement, has that special rule. But
Same book, different detachment.
That's correct.
Yes.
But this one is the, you get to pick a unit and move up 6 inches.
Yeah,
So
I would take that over the...
Over the having your unit and gaining Zealot?
Yeah.
Yeah. The moving up 6 inches, you know that it's going to happen with one of the Death Company squads. Like it just has to, because that is the scariest thing in existence. Like
I'm scared.
The beauty in my heart, I just can't wait. So let's show your army.
Okay.
Okay. Let's show what you're gonna, and we're gonna go over the formations as well, just because it's all new.
Yeah.
And so if people haven't seen it, then they may be interested in seeing what the actual thing is, because we tried to get something in the new Chaos that would be equally challenging.
If not just comparable.
Right. Just So we'll see how it fares. But before we show you the Chaos Army, we do need to make some sort of clarification here. And it's on the command benefit that you get in the Lost Brotherhood Strike Force, Unleashed Upon the Foe, where it says immediately after setting up a unit from this detachment during deployment, you can move the unit 6 inches as if they were making a move in the movement phase. And last time, what I did is I only applied it to 1 unit.
Yes.
Because of how everything's worded. It's
You thought
worded
it was
singularly.
Yeah, you thought it was singular for one unit.
Because of how it's worded, it wasn't clear in my mind, but after thinking about it, after discussing it with the crew, and after reading comments, and just getting the general consensus, it seems as though it
applies to everything in that detachment.
That's correct. Yeah, every unit.
Every unit that doesn't arrive from reserves.
Right.
So
and it does say that as well. It says the unit cannot run, and then it also says units that arrive from reserve do not receive this bonus. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply it to all units.
Yep.
In the detachment. That's how we're going to play it for this game.
So just to clarify then, your Bale Predators are going to deploy 12, be able to do their free 6-inch move.
Yes.
Then a 12-inch scout. And if you're first player, then you get to do a move?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That means that they're going to start like 6 inches away from me.
Pretty much.
That's gross.
If you deploy
If I deploy on the line, which usually I do.
Usually you want to.
Yeah.
Especially you being corn, and you want to get to me, so it's, yeah.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, a little. Okay, let's show the corn.
Okay.
Behold, Black Crusade detachment with the Maelstrom of Gore as its core formation. Maelstrom of Gore consists of Karn the Betrayer, which is right there, and 4 squads of Khorne Berserkers. There are 8 Berserkers in each squad. Each squad is equipped with a Power Fist on the Skull Champion, and each squad will be inside a Land Raider. Because the Land Raider, all of the Land Raiders, they come in the formation, which is the Fist of the Gods, which is awesome. I can't wait to see how that fares in the battlefield against my Lucifer Armored Task Force. So this is actually a dream come true for me to see both. It's awesome. This is a lot of the suggestions on the comments in the Traders Hate reviews that we did. A lot of the comments said, hey, try this. Try the Land Raiders with the Maelstrom of Gore, and you guys are going to see that. You'll see that in the battle report. You can click on the link below to watch it in the vault. We're going to be duking them out. But just to give you guys a rundown of what comes with all of this, let's go over the actual detachment itself, command benefits.
So starting off, we got Lord of Chaos. Again, it's just another detachment rule that lets you reroll your Warlord trait. You also have Death to the False Emperor. All units in the detachment have the Hatred Armies of the Imperium special rule. So that's always good. And they can also take Veterans of the Long War for free if they don't already have it, which is kind of nice.
It increases their leadership, essentially. Yeah, because otherwise it would be Hatred Space Marines. But Hatred Armies of the Imperium, I mean, that's even better. We talked about that in the other review videos, but basically it includes everything. It's all inclusive for Imperium. So.
And then lastly, they get Path to Glory at the start of each of the friendly turns. Choose a model in the detachment with the Champion of Chaos special rule and roll on the Chaos Boon table. The result of the Chaos Boon table sticks with that character for the rest of the game.
It's like a free gift of mutation.
Yep.
At the beginning of your turn. So yeah, excellent, and we'll try to remember that as best as possible.
Yeah, I'll try not to get too excited that I'm just running around with the Maelstrom of Gore.
Okay, so that's the Maelstrom. There's actually 3 formations here that we're looking at. There's the Fist of the Gods, there's the Gore, Maelstrom of Gore, and then there's also, just looking at it here, it's the Demon Prince. It's the favorite of Chaos.
Yep.
3 possessed units with a Demon Prince. It's actually 3 to 5 units of possessed. We chose 3 just for points. This is a 2,500 point game. And 1 special rule, Baleful Nexus of Warp Energies. Units of possessed from the favorite of Chaos that are within 12 inches of their Demon Prince at the start of the fight subphase receive the benefit of all 3 mutations from their mutation table rather than only 1.
That's sweet.
And for those of us who are unaware, that is the Vessels of Chaos special rule. So at the beginning of the fight set phase, normally what you would have to do is roll a d3 on this chart right here, and you get one of the 3 results, and which include reroll fail to win rolls, AP3 weapons, or 1 attack and 1 initiative. You plus 1 to those both. But instead of rolling, you actually get all 3 because you're part of this new formation, Favorite of Chaos. That makes Possessed more viable.
Makes them even scarier than they already are.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Now, they're a little bit costly normally, so that's why they're not brought as much. And you know, there's a lot of Chaos players agree that Possessed are the tax. They are the units that you never bring because there's always something else better or cheaper or whatever. But I think this is it's a good experiment.
Yep.
Just to test out, because those are scary things, man. You know, against the Death Company, they will actually fare pretty well. They're rerolling wounds. They have the detachment rule, which is the rerolling 2 hit rolls.
Yep.
Right? And if they get the charge, it's plus 1 initiative. Now they don't have a mark, unfortunately. We didn't put a mark on them.
No. Neither does the Demon Prince.
Demon Prince does have a mark, actually. He's a Demon of Corn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did put that on him because he must be upgraded to 1. So, and to fit the army, that's what we did. And he's also equipped with wings and power armor, because you got to put those on him.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. But those are the formations in their entireties. Another thing to mention about the Fist of the Gods formation, the Land Raiders, you could actually bring 3 to 5 in that formation. And it doesn't include only the Land Raiders. You could have also brought Vindicators or Predators within that in any combination.
Yep.
But just to give these Berserkers more of a delivery system,
A fighting chance to get across the board.
we chose Land Raiders.
Yeah.
And how often do you see 4 Land Raiders?
Not very often. We're going to see 7 in this battle report.
We will.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful and glorious. So those are the lists that we're fielding against each other. These are the new formations and detachments. And I hope you guys are looking forward to this as much as we're looking forward to this, because we're excited to bash these 2 heavily armored armies against each other.
I feel like they're 2 hard candies with a very aggressive, gooey core. Like, it's very soft, but these hard candies are going to smash into each other, and then the gooey cores are going to fight it out. And that's the best description I can possibly come up with off the top of my head right now. But it kind of makes sense, because we've got these hard Land Raiders that are just going to take forever to break. And once one of them breaks, just the Berserkers and the Death Company are going to come out. And
That's a good analogy.
thank you.
Yeah.
It took me a little bit, and I had to explain it a little bit. But yeah, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, I understood it.
Okay.
That's all that matters.
All right.
Yeah, that's all. But anyway, click on the link below to join us, watch the battle report between these armies. Thank you very much, Vault members, for supporting us. If you're not a Vault member, but you still want to watch the battle report and the other videos that correspond with this review series, as well as the other Chaos Traders Hate review series, then click on the link below. Sign up for a 7-day free trial to the MiniWarGaming Vault. You'll gain instant access to the Vault and to this battle report and to all of the other battle reports. If you're a Silver Vault member, then you will gain access to the painting tutorials as well. The Vault helps to support us and enables us to do these videos and to do everything. We would not exist, we literally would not exist without the support of the Vault members, so thank you very much to you guys, and we look forward to duking it out right now. So come join us, we'll see you in the Vault, and happy wargaming.